Dusk began to settle on the rock-strewn wintry beach as I sat crouched out on the shore, turning over stones. It was January 2019, and three of my classmates and I were studying Hemigrapsis organensis and Hemigrapsis nudus, two shore crabs, as part of our biology research project. We collected data on these crabs, specifically their metabolic rate or their consumption of oxygen, and also the salt concentration of the water. We did this in a lab, and we ended up using R and RStudio to analyze the data and make statistical inferences from it. I really enjoyed this process and learned for the first time how powerful and elegantly computer science tools can be used to draw scientific insights about the world. So that is how I started my statement of purpose for a NSF RU program that I got to go to in summer 2023. And it's true. I really had a time where I was like, wow, like this is pretty cool. Coding is awesome. The fact that you can do so much with it. In our case, we used the R language to do statistical stuff on that crab experiment. And that was really my first exposure to computer science. I've been interested in tech tangentially for my whole life. I've always done something sort of techy. When I was in like middle school and high school, I used to do 3D animation in Blender, so it was fun to learn some of the creative and technical things with that. I've done other random things throughout the years, but I would say that using R in that winter of 2019 was really the first time I got exposed to any sort of coding and really started to fall in love with it. I didn't fully explore it that much more until a few years later, when one day I had some time. I was a little bit bored, honestly, and I was like, well, I don't really feel like playing video games right now. What if I just start learning how to code? So I YouTubed, hey, what are some good free courses to learn how to code? And I came across Harvard's CS50 course. And that was about September. No, it was earlier than that. I think it was something like May 2022. So a few years after that 2019 experience. I really enjoyed the CS50 course, and honestly, I only got a few lessons in, but still, I was like, oh, this is like really cool. Like the fact that I got to start with creating a Scratch game, which I've talked about on this channel, my Godzilla game. That was super fun. And then learning how to do C. Like, by the way, the transition from Scratch to C is pretty drastic. It's like, wow, okay, Scratch was so nice and pretty. C is so like, whoa, but it's pretty in its own way. It's different. And I really enjoyed that. Since then, I've since finished the CS50 course along with a lot of other computer science stuff. Now I'm finishing my CS degree at Western Governors University, which I've talked about a lot on this channel. It's been a lot of fun. And I would say that for me, taking the last few years to get more up to speed on CS and getting some good breadth and some depth has been a lot of fun. And now I'm at the stage where I want to do more with it. I want to work in software engineering. I also, in the future, like years from now, would like to do a PhD in some sort of computational biology work, whether that is in a CS department, a biology department, something else. So I'm excited to continue expanding and growing in those areas. I think some advice for getting started in CS are things like, hey, just find something interesting and jump in, whether that's game development, using Blender to create stuff, and then Unreal Engine and C++ to kind of code up the structure of how that will work, or whether it's doing a web app using a cool framework like React or Spring or something. There's so many options. Like whatever you want to do, find a way to just jump in. And for me, it's been a lot of exploring, a lot of failing, because I didn't know what I was doing for so long. And even now, I don't know everything. Like there's so many things that I'm still learning, and like I'm still newer to LeetCode. I haven't been grinding at it forever or anything. So there's so many things that I'm still learning, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been a cool journey. That was a little bit of a ramble. Like I don't think it was like a clear narrative, but that's just me honestly sharing like, hey, this is like my journey. This is what I've been up to in terms of computer science. Let me know, your thoughts. Let me know how things have gone for you. Did you start coding at age 5? I wish I could say that. I'd probably be like super S tier coder by now, but that's okay. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching.